Hey guys, what's up? Thought it'd be cool to show my face. Looks more friendly. Anyways, let's go through the rules quick. I'm just gonna make a video for the rules if anything's not clear. So I'm gonna do this because, I want to make this group something productive, basically, for everyone, especially for myself. Back when I was in SmartSpin, I organized a group, and I think that is one of the best ways for me to improve, and one of my best ways to improve. It was way more useful for sure than anything I learned in SmartSpin. That's 100% for sure. And I just think it's really good to like have some people who are like around your skill level, or maybe just a bit worse, or just a bit better, and work with them and share thoughts with each other, basically. I think it's a really good way to improve. And I guess you guys feel the same way. So that's why we want to create the group right here at the start of October. We've all been through kind of similar experiences, yeah, we've all like took a long break and we're all coming back to spend. So, you know, uh, pretty excited for this. So let's go through the rules. So firstly, we can have up to 10 people in the group and keep it productive. So feel free to invite anyone until that number is hit, basically. And then we don't want to allow anyone else. And like we want to keep it like small number of people, but as long as it's less than 10 people, I think it will be small enough. Yeah, this just comes from my experience as like being an organizer in a previous study group. And I think I'm gonna like try to organize this well as well. So yeah, the person you invite must have experience on hundreds or better, and he cannot currently be in a stable, just to keep information good, firstly, and quality, to have a quality member join us, and also, since we're going to probably do a lot of like new stuff that no stables are looking through or going through, basically, so. Yeah, and if you want to invite him, make sure to copy paste all this stuff and send it to him. Send him this video as well, and make sure that he agrees, basically. So in order to make this group as productive as possible, here are going to be the rules and the guidelines to follow. Firstly, each week, one person will be selected and have to give a review and set up some meetings. I think that's clear. Alphabetical order of nickname in this Discord will determine the order of whose turn it is to set up meetings. That should also be quite clear. I think I'll still go first. I want to get this started pretty much from now, This has been open for like a week, but I want to get this started from now. But I want to be the first guy to go, just to show a few good examples of kind of what I want to do. And then but yeah, so I probably I'll go next week. I'm just trying to get my account set up right now on Party Poker with the affiliate, and once that's done, I should be in the EV deal, and then I should have access to some like I should have access to simple post flop and simple GTO trainer and stuff like that, which I want to use. So um, yeah, I'd like to go first just to set a decent example for everyone. Um, but we'll see. And then after that, we will do by alphabetical order, basically. The list of people and whose turn it is to present will be given in the general chat. Let's edit that, right? There we go. Yeah. Okay. Wait. What just happened? Fuck. I'm sorry. will be given the general chat ahead of time, so it's going to be given in this chat. By the way, guys, don't write anything here. I don't know if you're allowed to or not. Like, I made it so nobody should be able to write here except me, but I'm not sure. I just want to keep this here for everyone to come back to if they forget what the rules are or whatever. Set up a meeting by atting everyone and notifying everyone in the channel with the day and the time you want to meet, and maybe some kind of topic or idea you want to go over. So the reason you want to at everyone is because basically from experience, if you don't at everyone, some people like, you know, they miss, they don't like have this channel at the top of the Discord. They usually have something else, and also they might just not check all the channels every day, right? So you make sure that everyone can see it by at everyone, basically. Very important. I know it might be a bit annoying, but don't get too mad about that, please. And maybe some kind of, yeah. The person must set up a minimum of 1 meeting when it's his turn. However, he's welcome to set up more meetings. If you want to set up 2 meetings, you're welcome. If you want to set up like fucking 7 meetings in 1 week, go ahead and do that, man. Like, you're more than welcome to set up as many meetings as you want. Like, I was thinking of like only 1 or only 2 meetings, but you know, if it's your week to go, like, just maybe put some extra time into like be more of a study week, let's say, where you put a bit of more time like evaluating your game. Like, there's only 5 of us, so you know what it basically means. It will be 1 person a week, so you'll be going once every 5 weeks. If you just put a bit of extra time once every 5 weeks to set up some nice meetings, that'd be really appreciated by everyone else in this group for sure. So the meeting can be for as long as you wish. It could be like 30 minutes minimum, let's say. But if it's really interesting, then you could even go like, you know, 5 hours if you want. Like, who knows? Like, it's whatever you want, basically. You know, the topic's your choice. The length is your choice. If it's interesting and you really want to go deep into something, then, you know, be my guest, dude. That's about it. Somebody, preferably the host, should record the meeting for those that cannot attend, then post the video in the library. I'm going to collect all the videos afterwards and I'll put them into a Google Sheets folder so everyone can see the entire history. So I'm going to create a Google Sheets with all the previous videos if you want to go back and see them. Because, like, basically, the meeting's not compulsory for everyone in this group to go to. Like, it's compulsory for the person who needs to set up a meeting to set it up, but the other guys don't need to attend. Like, you could even just do a meeting on your own, technically, if you just want to like go through a spot in PO or Simple or whatever. Just go through it on your own and record it and show it to the group, even if no one's there. But you know, hopefully, some other people will join in. It would be really cool if we all tried to join in, but obviously we can't do that. We all have different time restrictions and everything. It's only compulsory for the person setting up the meetings that week to actually set them up. Yeah, okay, that's what I just said. The week that a person must give their reviews is from Monday until next Wednesday. This means the week will overlap with the next person's week. So, for example, Player 1's week starts Monday 1st to Wednesday 10th. But then Player 2's week will still start on Monday 8th. So you see they're kind of overlapping, and we're going to go until Player 2's week will go until Wednesday 17th, overlapping with Player 3's week. Goes on, and this means that 1 week is actually like 10 days long. So the reason I did this is just from previous experience in my old group. Like, we had weeks that were only like, you know, 7 days long, right? But the thing is, when they were 7 weeks long, like, it went from Monday to Sunday, and then usually on the weekends, people either they want to grind or they want to like go out and have some fun. One of those two things on weekends usually. So what ended up happening is like people would keep delaying until the weekend, and then the weekend comes and it's like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm hungover, or like, I'm drunk, or not, or like I need to grind. I don't know, something. So then they're like, fuck, I'm sorry, I got to do it next week. So that's why I'm adding 3 more days. I think that's going to be way better for everyone. All right. So we need to set up a penalty system. I'm sorry, guys, but this is actually kind of important because otherwise people just get lazy and start skipping. I swear. In the situation that someone is inactive, to keep the group alive and well. Yeah, it's really important, I found, because otherwise you end up with just a bunch of lurkers and like inactive people. But it's a really lenient penalty system. It's going to be very hard to get kicked out, trust me. So this penalty system will be strictly adhered to, and no exceptions. So if you do not set up any meetings during your week, then you will get 1 warning. Okay, you get 1 warning if you don't set up any meetings. If you accumulate 3 warnings, you're going to get kicked out of the group. So 3 warnings, you're out. But there's ways you can get rid of those warnings, so it's not that bad. You can reduce your warnings by 0.5 warnings if you set up a makeup meeting after it was due, so during somebody else's week. So for example, you've got 1 warning, right? And then like the week after, you're like, oh fuck, I got 1 warning, so I'm gonna do 2 reviews now, and now you're back to 0, you see? So it's really easy. But like you can, it basically means you need to not do a single meeting like with this group size for 15 weeks. So, that's kind of a long time. It's more than 3 months without you doing anything. So it's very lenient, and it's just there to keep everyone on edge and in check. But yeah, I don't want to kick out anyone. I hope you guys see that. 4, a meeting a day after your week ends does not count towards your week. So, for example, if you do a meeting on Thursday, that's not going to count. Okay, it's going to count as a makeup meeting. It doesn't matter if you say in advance, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like, I don't give a fuck, man. Thursday's next week. Get it? Okay. Number 5, IXBT will not contact each of you every week and remind you that it's your own week to set up a meeting. That is your responsibility. I mean, I don't know why, but in my last group, like, some guys were like, yo, bro, you forgot to tell me, man. Like, dude, why do I need to tell you? It's in the fucking general channel right here. Just go over there, all right? That's it. Go in that general channel and see when it's your week and mark it down in a calendar or something. I'm not your fucking dad. Okay. So yeah, your responsibility. If you know in advance that you cannot do your meeting, then you can tell everyone in the group, or you can contact people individually, and you can tell people that you are unable to make your meeting and swap your position with someone else. And if they agree, then I'm gonna like go into the general and I'm gonna change the entire list to swap you guys around. But again, this is your responsibility. Don't come to me and tell me to find someone else to like swap with, right? And if you don't find anyone, then you just miss your week and you get a warning. Like, getting a warning is not that bad. You can easily remove the warning, right? Finally, if you are found to share the video folder with anyone outside this group, I am going to immediately kick you out. Yeah, this might be a bit more harsh, but I think we are going to go through some pretty, like, high level stuff and stuff that shouldn't be free, and that like we really don't want others getting too much free info. And also like yeah, it's going to be pretty easy to like see if there's too many, if like someone's sharing these videos, because I can just look at how many views are on YouTube, or like where the viewers come from, right, with the data that YouTube gives me, or Google Docs, whatever. So it's going to be easy for me to find out if people are sharing stuff. So yeah, I need to do this, unfortunately. But I think we're gonna go through a lot of things that are probably better than anything we've done in a stable before. Like, at least I really hope so, and I really hope that this will be really good, useful group, and we can like improve our skill through that and reach our goals, whatever they are. So here's a few ideas or things to discuss during reviews. In no particular order, it's your preference. I have my own preferences, but y'all got yours too. So you can do sweat sessions. You just tell people you're going to be grinding at this time on this day, and then just have people watch you, man. It's pretty simple, and then you can talk about whatever you want. You can talk about life, or you can talk about hands. I don't know. You can do a. You can also like change the style, right? You can do like, let's say, a normal sweat session where you're like legit trying to grind like your regular amount of tables, and yeah, you're like trying to focus on that, and you're probably not talking too much then about your thought process because you don't have time. Or you could just play like one or two tables and just go really in details that way. It's like your choice. Live play review, basically the same thing, except you just record the video in advance, put it up for everyone to see, and then you like try to review it in some way. Hand history reviews, mocked hands or unmocked hands through a filter. Yeah, so maybe you mocked some hands and then you want to like review them, uh, or maybe you just want to go through some filters in PT4 or whatever tracker you're using. Um, and this can be a really good way of learning exploits. But personally, this is just my opinion, but I personally think it's really like overused now, basically. Like, it's what everyone's been doing since they got into poker. So yeah, it's good to keep this in like sometimes, but to do it like as your main way of study every single time is like, I think there's better ways, basically. So I would try to keep this on the lower end, but it's really cool, definitely, to hear like the exploitative side of things. And but I don't know, it's just hard, like when you're in a game and then someone is like making a decision based on game flow. Like I make decisions based off game flow too, so it's not easy. In-depth study of a spot through a solver, PO solver, or simple post flop. So these are the two main solvers right now that I'm familiar with. I heard there's GTO Plus as well, but I never used that, and they're both very good. Um, and I'm a huge fan of these right now. I think they're the best way to improve your game at a high level. Like if you're playing hundreds or 250s, I think these are the best way to improve your game by far compared to anything else. Because you can go into a spot and you can node lock and you can find the exploitative play based on that. Like it's not like GTO. It's like learning the exploit, but through the theory, and then you get to really go into details and learn that exploit and go into details and delve into it. I think that's the best way to improve in poker right now. And whether you use PO or simple, both are great. Like, your choice. Mm, like PO is maybe a bit more user friendly, and it's got more like, what do you call it? It's got more like a nicer interface, nicer like colors and stuff, and maybe a bit easier to use. And it's easier to find information and use it. But like simple does some things that PO cannot, like in terms of node locking on turns and rivers, and like doing double node locks, kind of. I don't know how to call it, but you'll see I'll try to do some stuff with that. And so they got different uses, but they're both very good. Learning GTO through a GTO database or by playing against a GTO bot. So you could play against a GTO bot, like a simple GTO trainer, and that's gonna like teach you GTO, like pure GTO basically. Same with Insta GTO. You can look at just what GTO does. I don't think it's particularly useful, but it's good to know what GTO does. But this was my main way of studying back when I was in SmartSpin in like 2017. Yeah, with like skiers, I was using that a shit ton. But like, I guess this is the step you take before you go into this kind of, and definitely you need to like if you don't understand GTO, this is the fastest way to know what GTO does in these spots. Stats or charts analysis, like if you want to pull up some statistics from your database or just some like GTO stats, like I put some GTO stats here, you know, from 500s players, and you can check these out, or you want to check out some charts, like some GTO charts, like WizKid posted here, like you could try to go into them and understand them better or whatever. It's really your choice. Things that are encouraged, but yeah, so that's going to be it for ideas. I'm sure there's more, but these are just some of the main ones that I thought of and that I think would be pretty useful. Things that are encouraged but not mandatory in this group. Posting hands in this group, in the hands threads. Like, yeah, these things won't be, like, you're not going to get in trouble if you don't do this, but it's going to be cool if you did. So if you, like, you know, maybe post one hand a week, even that would be great. And I think it's really cool to post hands here. And then actually use these hands that are posted, because you know usually a lot of times these hands that you post are probably going to be hands that everyone else kind of struggles with, since you know, like we're all like nobody here is like bad basically, so you know it's probably not just you struggles with it, and it might end up being a great topic for a meeting. So you know, maybe someone posts a hand over here and then they take that and use it as their topic to go into in a solve or whatever in their meeting. That could be a great idea. And you know, personally I don't post hands much anymore, but if you guys post hands, then I might like go over it in a solve or something during my meetings if it seems interesting. Asking questions about theory GTO threads. Again, yeah, these two, the same concept as the hands. And yeah, setting up meetings even when it's not your turn is very cool. Like if you want to just set up a random sweat session on one day just because you're like bored and you want to talk to someone, like I think we're all friendly, you know? So yeah, just be nice to everyone in this group, guys. Like one of the nice things about this is that you get to be in like a little like community, and like one of the only things that I miss about being in a stable, like the only thing is that you're just surrounded by like tons of other poker players who you could talk to whenever, basically. So like um yeah, that's pretty much like one of the main things that I might ever miss about being in a stable. And we can like have our own little nice community here. So yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for my video. I hope that you guys watched it all and you understood everything. If you didn't, then just ask some, put your questions in the general, and yeah, guess that's gonna be it. See ya.